Hey guys, it's Damien here, and it's 5 months on T. Like, wow, next month is gonna be half a year already. Holy shit. Where's the time gone, really? Wow. Give me a minute to process this shit. I'm doing this video right now because I'm actually pretty busy today. For the rest of the day, I have to go pick up my court orders. Yes! My name finally got published, and I get to pick up my certified copies of my court orders today. So I'm ready to change my credit card, my social security, my passport. I'm still waiting on my New York State ID because I want to change my gender marker on it, and I'm not going to see that person who takes care of that for the next 2 weeks, so I have to kind of hold out on that. But otherwise, I'm so stoked because I don't have to see my birth name anymore. Yeah. And afterwards, I have to go I have to go to the Trevor Project. I have an interview with them today, so I'm just getting this out of the way now, and yeah, all is well, kind of, really. Regarding my parents, they're actually coming around, surprisingly, given that we're immigrants and we're from Spanish countries where they're pretty religious and transsexuals aren't very, well, welcoming, to say the least, if the statistics are any indication, because the highest rates of transgender violence is in South America, so this is huge. Just recently, my dad bought me this shirt, which surprised me because it's a men's shirt and my parents didn't buy me anything until now. So while the gesture is nice and it's kind of letting me know that we love you and no matter what, me and my dad still don't talk, but still, this is pretty huge. And my mom recently bought me this. It's also a men's hoodie. This is like my first hoodie. I don't have anything else. I usually just buy t-shirts. My mom thought I would be pretty small, so she got me an extra small, and it didn't fit because I've been working out and my shoulders, it was literally digging into my shoulders. So she exchanged it and got me a small. So it's basically the way of saying, we're accepting you, and we basically know this is very important, and we're going to try our best to adjust. So that's great. My mom's been saying masculine pronouns a lot more often. She still doesn't say it in front of my dad and my uncle because I still haven't come out to my uncle. Why haven't I done that yet? And you would think he would be asking or being suspecting about it, but no, he hasn't asked me anything, and everybody's all shocked when I tell them my uncle doesn't know, because how could he not know with his voice and with my facial hair coming in? Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys could see that weird facial hair scruff on the sides. It's really, really grew. Before it was just this little patch down here. Now it's literally going over here, and I see a couple of hairs trying to connect. So it's like the makings of a beard. And I also have chin hair starting to crawl down my neck. I have a couple of them starting to come right here. And on the other side, it's basically the same thing. So you'd be asking yourself, why doesn't he know? Why he hasn't asked any of this? And the clear question is, I don't know. I should be coming out to him. I can't really hide this anymore, given that eventually he's going to see my new ID, and he's going to be like, what is his name? Why are you called Damien Coppersan? So, yeah, that's something I still don't look forward to talking to him about, but I should, and I should be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. And if that wasn't enough from my father, he actually gave me another gift. He gave me deodorant and cologne, so I can smell good and stop using his deodorant. But still, this is pretty huge. He gave me Paco Rabanne. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Exist pour homme. I'm horrible in French. But yeah, this is huge. But all seems to be going well. Things are starting to look up. And the only thing that's really missing in my life right now is telling my uncle, because just recently he asked me why haven't I looked for a job, and I didn't know what to tell him without saying I'm waiting for my name change, because to be honest, he still doesn't know about my name change. As a matter of fact, he doesn't really know what I'm doing at all, so it's mostly me just being quiet about stuff. So yeah, that's probably not the best way to be doing things, and hiding only just makes it worse in the long run, because he's gonna feel somewhat betrayed that I didn't trust him to have a good reaction to it. So eventually I have to, but I don't think I could do it in person, face to face, and say, Uncle, soy transexual. And expect to have a positive reaction about it. So it's not really something I look forward to. I'm a little afraid, I suppose, but then again, I don't really want her to keep calling me by my middle name, my original middle name, that is. So, yeah, it's pretty hard. It's like a little conflicting. It's like, what do I want more? Changes didn't really happen much this month. I mean, there was my voice. I mean, it sounds a lot deeper than what I heard in my other videos, I suppose, and like, I don't know, like, I saw my doctor when I went in for blood work and she says it was super low and I'm not hearing it, and I kept telling people I don't hear it. How low is it supposed to be? I thought this was like normal. My voice is supposed to be low, but apparently it's like really low, and it's like, okay, it's low. And just recently I got a couple of asks that kind of like bordered on the same question. How do you make your voice deeper? Are there any tips I can give you? And the truth is, the only thing you can really do is just talk from your chest instead of your mouth, because if I talk from my mouth, it's basically like my old voice. It's just a couple of tones lower and all that. So you basically just have to talk from your chest and hope for the best, and hope tea is gonna make your voice a little deeper, because it doesn't really just drop once, I suppose. So yeah, that's basically it for changes. Body hair basically exploded everywhere. It's definitely thickening up on my chest, and I can already see a happy trail literally go from here to like already here. I already see it like thickening in the middle. But it's still a process, I suppose. And if you look at my old videos, it's like I'm starting to be a little more optimistic, but out of necessity. It's not because if I'm not happy for myself, no one else is going to be happy for myself, so I have to be happy with what I get and try to see things in a more positive light, which is a first, because I used to be the kind of person that would just like sit down and just like wallow in self-pity and just think, oh my god, the world is going to end, it's just horrible, and I'm just depressed, I don't want to do anything. And surprisingly, I'm turning over a new leaf in that respect. And I'd like to thank my therapist for that, really, because that person is like giving me hope and letting me look at things at a different perspective. So far, that's it for changes, and that's my life update in a nutshell. As you can see, I'm not binding because I don't really see the need to. I'm comfortable like this. I just regard my tits as not, or chesticles, if you want to call it that. I don't really think of them as right there. I could literally walk around the house naked and I just wouldn't bat an eye, and people would be like, oh, you should cover yourself up. I'm like, whoa, what should I cover up? I have nothing there. I'd like to imagine it's not there. And believe it or not, my dysphoria is quite mild. It's mostly just being perceived as a female. That's what gave me the most dysphoria, and and testosterone basically cleared that up for me, surprisingly. Oh, the miracles of testosterone. In the beginning, in pre-T, I thought I would never pass because I had this face that was clearly very feminine, and it's surprising when I get consistently called sir all the time now, and it's like, wow. Because as you can see, my face isn't exactly, well, very masculine looking. And the lack of facial hair kind of like, and lack of decent facial hair kind of, well, makes it a little harder. So I look pretty androgynous still, which I'm still taking advantage of because I still go to the women's gym and nobody bats an eye at all, surprisingly, even when I go in with all this facial scruff that I'm going to be shaving off in a few minutes after this video. I need to go in looking clean. anyways, that's all I wanted to say for this video. I hope you guys are having a good day, and try to look up. It does get better, surprisingly. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm trying to be a motivator here, but life does get better, surprisingly, on testosterone. It's amazing. So yeah, peace.